Hey all, and thanks for joining us on this paranormal pit stop. Tonight, we'll be delving through a 12-unit L-shaped motel located off of the historic Route 66 in Tucumcari, New Mexico, that's widely revered as one of the last existing motor courts in the whole of the United States. Recognized as one of the longest continuously operated motels along the New Mexico portion of Route 66, and rumored to harbor a range of restless spirits, are you prepared to explore the history and hauntings of the Blue Swallow Motel? Historically, construction of what was at the time referred to as the Blue Swallow Court was started on March 29th of 1939 on land purchased under Carpenter W.A. Huggins, and by July of 1941 it would open its doors boasting all of 10 rooms and a stylish cafe. In 1944, Ted and Marjorie Jones would arrive to Tucumcari, would acquire the motel, and would become its first long-term operators. And following Ted's passing in 1954, the site would be sold to Lillian and Floyd Redman in 1958, after which the couple would refurbish and modernize the whole of the premises, adding a larger neon sign with the word motel in favor of court. From their earliest days of operation, the Redmans ran their business in a different fashion. They would truly put their customers first, and when guests came up short, were known to accept either belongings for trade or would likely just end up providing their room for free and without a fuss. Eventually, their names and operation would become the stuff of iconic Route 66 folklore, with their renown carrying them through the craziness of post-war tourism along the old system, and also into the decline of Route 66, which closely followed the establishment of I-40 through the 1960s. In total, Lillian Redman would operate the Blue Swallow for 4 decades, continuing on independently following Floyd's death in 1973, and would finally sell their beloved business in 1998 before moving into a small house nearby. Up until her passing in 1999, at the age of 89, it said Lillian would continue to visit the Blue Swallow's new owners nearly daily. On the same note, new owners Dave and Hilda Bakke were no slouches, and immediately took up the reins, setting to work on much-needed restoration efforts, while repairing the original 1960s neon lighting, adding in rotary phone systems, replacing hardwood flooring, and massively updating the television selection to ones with, color. In 2006, Pixar's crew on their beloved film Cars would visit the Blue Swallow and a number of other haunts along Route 66, and in the motion picture itself, at the Cozy Cone Motel, one might just notice the Blue Swallow's very same 100% refrigerated air slogan. Also in 2006, Bill and Terry Kinder would make purchase of the Blue Swallow, and in 2011 would sell the property to Kevin and Nancy Mueller, who are credited with the creation of the Lillian Redman suite, as well as for a number of updates, renovations, and remodels. Most recently, in 2020, the motel was purchased by Robert and Dawn Federico, who have continued to honor and preserve its legacy. Touted by the Smithsonian Magazine as the last, best, and friendliest of the old-time motels, the Blue Swallow remains open into the present, offering unparalleled accommodations, and, as legend has it, holds its fair share of paranormal activity tied to the many ghosts of its past. Predating its time as an official settlement, Tucumcari would begin in 1901 as nothing more than a construction camp centered around the Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific Railroad that was initially called Douglas, though due to its reputation for local gunfights and its housing of outlaws, was more affectionately referred to as six-shooters sighting. To date, many frequenting the property have reported the sounds of men arguing, the commotion of a scuffle, and even phantom gunshots, all with no discernible sources. Both staff and guests to the Blue Swallow have told of lights that turn on and off by themselves, of doors that open and close on their own, and of furniture found rearranged under impossible time frames. And several informal investigations have yielded high EMF levels, orbs and strange mists in photography, and extreme temperature fluctuations. The spirits of countless travelers that love the motel in life, and who manifest in clothing spanning its years of operation, have been encountered wandering about, and have even been sighted walking directly through solid walls or closed doors. And a number of guests have reported being awakened in the middle of the night to the feeling that they aren't alone in their room, with several noting a shadowy figure standing over their beds that disappears as soon as lights are turned on. Lastly, a portrait of Lillian Redmond hangs in the Blue Swallow's lobby to this day, and some more popular legends claim her spirit remains as well in the place she so loved in life. Before the days of telephones in every room, Lillian was known for getting up extra early each day and giving out personalized wake-up calls to each of her cherished patrons, which usually consisted of a gentle knock at their doors, a soft good morning, and a cup of her freshly brewed coffee. And so it goes to this day that should you stay at the Blue Swallow, hear a knocking at your room door, and answer it to find no one on the other side, don't be surprised, because it's likely just Mrs. Redmond forever dedicated to her award-worthy customer service. Thanks for tuning in for this Paranormal Pit Stop. If you enjoyed our histories and ghost stories, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and share us with anyone you feel could use a good scare. We'll see you all next time.